Welcome into the New Orleans Saints podcast presented by Rouse's Markets alongside right tackle Taliese Fuaga. I'm Erin Summers. Tali, how are we doing?
We're doing good. First day of the week, so let's get it popping.
Yeah, so right tackle now, left tackle last year, back to your natural position. How has that been this year?
It wasn't the easiest, transition at first, obviously, but I feel like just getting more reps and kind of going out through the season, kind of have a more comfortable feeling over there. So it hasn't been bad. But.
Going into your second season, you finally have an off season because you go from college to the combine to the draft. Like, it's so busy. How did you attack this off season and manage some extra time?
So first 2 weeks in the off season, I took completely off. I didn't do anything football wise. Kind of just stretched, maybe just do a couple walks. But other than that, my first 2 weeks, I kind of got that from a guy named Kevin Mawai, just take 2 weeks off, decompress, all that. And then I didn't really know what to do at first. You know what I'm saying? It's my first off season. So I was just back at college. I was just, I got a little Airbnb back in Corvallis, Oregon, and was just working out here and there. So I was really just everywhere. It's kind of a difficult off season, but we made it happen. So
is Corvallis going to be where you hang out after your career, or just right now because you still know a bunch of people?
Yeah, I still know a bunch of people, so I still be here and there in Corvallis, but I don't quite know where I want to settle at. I'm still young, so you know what I'm saying.
Yes, definitely. All right, offensive line, what kind of personality do you guys come with?
Man, I feel like we try to be smash mouth, you know what I'm saying, hit you in your bad spot or whatever, but we're still trying to figure out where our strengths are and our weaknesses are and kind of go from there. So it's been an up and down right now as an OLine, but we're trying to keep it consistent to where we kind of figure out what's our strength.
When you're working with Kelvin Banks and he is in his rookie season, what have you told him about your rookie season to try to help him navigate this year?
I think just try to first just figure out your routine. I think that's a big thing as a rookie is you don't really want to have days where you do certain things and you kind of break your routine, because I feel like if you have a routine, you're more consistent. And I think the biggest thing for him was just confidence. You know what I'm saying? I was a rookie, and I feel like if you don't have confidence at all, you kind of you lose most of your reps. And I feel like that was my biggest tip to him, because I think he's a great athlete and he's doing a lot of great things on the field. So I think if he just continue to play the way he's playing and just continue to be confident, I think he'd be a great player.
What were the things that surprised you most your rookie season coming into the NFL?
I think the playbook at first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was a lot.
Thick.
And in college I kind of knew where, the points were and, mic points, but you get to the NFL and that's kind of really just the center's job, and you got to focus on your, 1/11th, your job. And it's better because you don't have to learn the entire thing, but you sort of, you do, you know what I'm saying? But it's different in NFL, so.
You mentioned that's the center's job. What has Eric McCoy helped you with?
Yeah, I think Eric McCoy is just a big brother of the O-line. You know what I mean? I love that guy. He's definitely taken me under his wing in just terms of how to carry yourself and, certain rules and kind of things as us O-linemen do in the NFL. And especially on the field, he's just the smartest guy ever. Without him, it's a little tough, obviously, but we're gonna figure it out. But man, Eric, he's a big help in just the offense in general. He's like the captain. So.
Yeah, I mean, tough injury for McCoy for sure. What does the number one focus have to be for you guys to continue to have success?
I think it's just get reps with Luke in that center. But I think Luke stepped in at the end of the game, last game. I think he did pretty well. He's a very smart guy also himself, and I think it's just a chemistry thing. We just got to get more reps with him, so we'll be all right.
You have a new offensive line coach this year, and Brendan Nugent. What stood out about him?
That he's more like a bro. You know what I mean? He doesn't like to be he doesn't like to be called coach and stuff. It's really just Nuge or it's whatever. But he wants to be kind of like that brother factor more. You know what I'm saying? Because he's flexible, and a lot of things. A thing that kind of surprised me about him was just him being very flexible with stuff and if you want to run it this way, yeah, we'll try it out. We'll try it out during the week. But he's not really like this is how we do things. This is how we, he's very, very flexible with a lot of things, which is pretty cool.
Is it different that he didn't play the position?
Yeah, it's kind of different. You know what I'm saying? So I know some coaches that didn't really play the position.
Yeah.
But I guess I never really asked Nuge how he got into O-line coaching, which I should, because he's a shorter dude. But it blows your mind how some O-line guys, O-line coaches can learn that stuff. So.
Yeah. How have you fit in here in New Orleans?
I would say, I'm comfortable so far. The people are great. As long as you a lot of people say, as long as you love the Saints and you play your butt off, they're going to love you back. And I feel like that's a big factor. I think that's what Eric McCoy, Tyrann Mathieu said that before. As long as you love them, they'll love you back. But you got to also, really want it. You know what I mean? Because this is, I think it's a tough city. You know what I'm saying? So I think the people are very, what do you say? Like, they got grit out here. So I think as long as you play your butt off and love the city, they'll love you.
What have you liked about the fans?
I think that they're a little, I wouldn't say crazy, but I would say they're very loyal. I'd say loyal.
Yeah.
And I think a little bit crazy comes with that. I think I seen a lady my first year take off her weave and give it to Miss Benson to sign.
Yeah.
So it was pretty, it was a sight to see. Yeah, it was a sight to see.
This week coming up, it is the Tampa Bay Bucks' first division game, kind of a little bit later in the season this year. Does that change the mentality at all? No,
I believe that, we got to take every game with intention to win. This game, obviously a division game, it's a game you definitely want to win, but I don't think you have a different mentality going into this. Obviously game plans are different, but I think mentality-wise, you got to come in every game thinking you're going to win, thinking you're going to dominate. So, yeah.
They have some big guys there on the D-line.
Yeah.
When you are scouting a team, what are the first things that you're looking at?
Well, I know that I don't have to go against them as much. I'm on the edge, but they got big guys in the middle.
Yeah.
Right? You got Vita Vea, obviously one of the better D tackles in the league, heavier dude, but also can move himself. So I think everybody has a game plan for those guys. So we'll just see how it goes with them.
Got to come out here back in the dome.
Right.
How have you liked playing there?
It's nice. It's kind of different because at practice, we might practice outside, it sucks sometimes because it gets hot out there sometimes, very humid.
Not used to that yet?
The air is thick. I don't know if I'll ever get used to that. The air is very thick. But it's nice to play in the dome just because you're inside. Nice cool air. And we're already we're practicing outside during the week, which kind of kills you. And then come game day, and it's way easier. So it's nice. It's definitely an advantage at some points.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're back in the dome this weekend against the Bucks. On the other side of this break, we are going to talk about life before the Saints.
Right.
Get to know Tali a little bit better. Stay with us right here on the Gulf Coast Sports and Entertainment Network. Welcome back to the New Orleans Saints podcast. Taliese Fuaga, Erin Summers here with you. When did you start playing football?
Very young. I want to say kindergarten or first grade. I started playing football. It was youth football in Tacoma, Washington. And I was playing with fourth graders. So I was getting my butt beat in when I was very, very young.
How did that happen if you were in kindergarten?
Well, the lowest grade was fourth grade. And my dad wanted us to play football kind of right away, as soon as we could. And he thought kindergarten, first grade was the best chance for us. So we were playing up. And I was really getting ran over a lot when I was, my first year in. So it was very tough. Me and my brother, he was a grade older than me, but we both played fourth grade football same time.
What was it that why did your dad want you guys to play football? Were you just big?
It's a good question. I want to think just because in Polynesian culture, we're all kind of fallen. When we come to the States, a lot of boys in the family kind of fall into sports. And I think the biggest chance we have isn't basketball. Unless you're 6'9" or something. But we're big dudes.
Yeah. I wonder why it's not basketball.
I want to say just, football has always been, it's kind of like a tough sport and all that. And it's always kind of falls in the right time during fall and stuff for families. And I think it just, I don't know. I want to say it's a thing just for Polynesians in general. You kind of show that you can be tough and you kind of represent your last name out there.
Did you ever play any sport besides football?
I did. I played youth basketball.
Okay, so you did try it.
Wasn't that good. was horrible. And played sports in high school for like each like 2 weeks. I played wrestling for a day, quit. Played basketball for like 2 to 3 weeks, too much running, and I quit that too. So just stuck with football the whole time in my life.
That's fair. Why was wrestling not it after one day?
That's a lot of running, a lot of push-ups. It's like military. You're like in a military camp carrying another person's body upstairs and stuff. And I just couldn't do it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You played offensive and defensive line. Why'd you settle on the O-line?
D-line's also a lot of running. O-line, you get to protect. I kind of like that aspect. I don't know. I kind of like to think of myself as a protector, so it's kind of cool. I thought it was just easier in general. D-line's a lot of running, like I said, so I couldn't do that. Yeah.
You mentioned in Polynesian culture, it's really big to represent your last name.
Right.
How cool is it that your last name is on an NFL jersey?
I think it's really cool just because, I got to college at first, and I was the first person in my family to go to college, so that was pretty cool itself. But making it to the NFL was the big thing just because, my father's last name, Fuaga, it's not the biggest last name, but now that I'm at the, the highest stage of professional football, that it's just a blessing, really, just to show people that, hey, like, who is that guy? Who, like, his last name? Because, they look at my jersey, but they see that last name first. So it's a pretty cool feeling, just because, as Polynesians, like I said, like, they want to show how they can contribute to that last name. And I feel like I've done a pretty good job so far. So.
Can you see the pride in your dad's eyes?
For sure. He doesn't really, like, show me that he's so proud, but, my mom always says, like, when they're away and I'm away in New Orleans, he's at church, he kind of, he has that pride over there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and I got him a new truck, so, he gets to drive that truck sometimes when he goes to church, so definitely kind of shows off right there too.
Why was that something you wanted to do?
The truck?
Yeah.
Just because, my dad, he's been working my dad and my mom working their butts off my whole life, basically 9 to 5 overtimes. So just, it doesn't amount to the hard work he's definitely put in, but it's just a sign of my, appreciation for him, and that it's only, there's more to come, obviously. I love my parents so much, but it's just a sign of appreciation for my dad. So.
What is it about your Polynesian roots that you love?
I think the first thing I love about the Polynesian culture is that we're very, like, family-oriented. And I think, like, the biggest thing is, like, I think Polynesians love to laugh. I like to laugh a lot. I love to, like, joke around when I can. I feel like I would consider myself like a jokester in the O-line room. Anytime I can joke around, I will.
Yeah.
So, but the biggest thing in Polynesian culture is just the love in there. You know what I'm saying? Every culture has ups and downs, but the love in the Polynesian culture, they show love and affection everywhere. Whether it's Samoan, Tongan, Fijian, all of it, New Zealand people. So the biggest thing for me is just be able to show out. Right, because there's a lot of Polynesian kids out there that can definitely make it. They just gotta prove themselves and work hard.
You were able to play in the Polynesian Bowl back in Hawaii. You have a lot of family out there still?
I do.
Yeah.
All the west side of Hawaii, so there's Nanakuli and Waianae. But it was a cool experience in Polynesian Bowl. Got to meet a lot of different players. Noel Sewell, Panay Sewell was over there, pretty cool. All those guys. Juju was there. A lot of great Polynesian players.
Yeah, you guys are definitely starting to represent pretty heavily in the NFL.
Right. You got Tua at quarterback, Panay, Jordan Mailata, Henry To'oto'o. There's so many Polynesian players coming up. It's a sight to see, right? And we got to fill some other positions because we know we're the big dudes, right? But you got some DBs, Talanoa at Broncos, and there's not many DBs, but we're big dudes, so you know what I'm saying?
Right, and you said that running's not your favorite.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So there's not really a lot of skilled, but slowly but surely.
Yeah.
People are cool holding it down.
What's your favorite tradition or food from the culture?
Man, favorite food. So corned beef is a big thing in the Samoan community. I love corned beef. It goes with a lot of things. I want to say corned beef with spaghetti. It's kind of a weird combo, but it goes together, and you put it on some rice. Very good. Very, very good.
So bread on spaghetti on rice. You are carb loading.
Oh, carbs is like rice growing up was like breakfast, lunch, dinner. There's rice in everything. So rice, eggs in the morning, rice something in the lunchroom, and then at night is rice and chicken or rice and hamburger helper or something like that. Always carbs everywhere.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try this. The spaghetti on rice.
It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. I'm just telling you right now, it's a lot.
Fair. At the Giants game, before the Giants game, it was part of our Crucial Catch game, the Crucial Catch month for the NFL. You got to meet a little boy, Levi.
Right.
And he is a patient at the Oxnard Children's Hospital. He wanted to go to Hawaii as his Make-A-Wish, and he wanted to meet you. What was that experience like?
It's nice because that was my first ever visit with any kids really. But it was special because I know he was going through stuff and fighting a battle that I couldn't imagine to fight that kind of battle. And just for him wanting to meet me was kind of surprising to me, but I think it was a cool experience, right? And I think it's just props to his family for staying strong and for the kid to be that I don't know how young he is, but he's a very young kid. But it's definitely a hard fight to fight. So I think it meant the world to me just because he wanted to meet me. Out of all, he could be anybody, right? Yeah. And he chose me, so it was a cool experience. So
yeah, so he did get to go to Hawaii. He does get to go with his family, so that's gonna be a really awesome experience for him as well.
Oh yeah.
Who's been your biggest inspiration?
In terms of football or?
It could be life, anything.
So if I had to say first, it would probably be my father, right? He was 9 to 5, well 5 to 3, no 5 to 3, 5 to 5, something like that, right? Working, but my dad was always working overtime when I was young. Also my mom, and we had to stay at our auntie's house, when we were young, just so they'd be able to work at the same time and come home at the same time. But if it's first thing, it'd be my parents. I think it's just the hard work and grit they have. It's just, I think Cam Ward's hit it. I love Cam Ward just because he said something about his father working a hard job growing up 9 to 5, and if you can't wake up and put all the hard work into a job like this that you love, get to play, you shouldn't be able to play it, right? So I think it's just, I would say my parents. So
how often do your parents and all of your family get to come out here?
So my parents,
you got some brothers and sisters.
Yeah, I do, but it's tough for them because they're spread out in the States right now. I got a brother in San Diego right now. I got a brother in Hawaii. My sister, she does live in Washington with my parents still, helping them out still. My parents get to visit every other home game, so it's really nice. Yeah, they still get to, because there's one Alaska flight, a little 4-hour flight that gets straight to New Orleans, so it's nice.
That's good that there's a direct flight, because it's hard to get in and out of here.
Do not love connecting flights. Not a big fan. Not a big fan.
All right, on the other side, we're gonna get to know your personality a little bit. What you like to do off the field.
Off the field.
Okay, get ready. I'll be right back, right here on the New Orleans Saints podcast.
All right.
Welcome back to the New Orleans Saints podcast presented by Rouse's Markets. Taliese Fuaga, Erin Summers here. Tali, looking at you, you can see the tattoos. You talked about your culture.
Right.
What do they represent?
So all my tattoos kind of have I couldn't tell you what the Polynesian, all the tattoos, there's a lot of different, it can mean many different things.
So you're one of those people that have tattoos that you don't know what they mean.
People like to say, unless you're the tattoo artist, this is my thing. Unless you're the tattoo artist, you really don't know what these mean. Whatever Polynesian is telling you that, they might be lying. Okay. But anyways.
At least they look good.
But they look good, right?
Right,
yeah. I just like to represent the Polynesian culture.
Yeah.
But, I got my last name here. On my legs, I have my grandfather and my grandmother's name. I got a tattoo on my stomach, represents Samoa. Obviously Samoan. The street I grew up on, and then I got an A on my hand. Everybody asks if it's Alabama. It's not. Okay.
It looks like it.
It does look like it, but it's an A for my brother. I had a brother that passed away. Love him so much, but just a representative for him. So, yeah.
Can I ask you about your brother?
Yeah. So my brother, his name was Austin, passed away in 2021 from a tragic event, obviously, but definitely one of those guys that he was also good at football. Didn't get to make it to college, but he was a hard-nosed, run through your face kind of guy in high school. And he was a bully kind of growing up, He was the guy at the house and stuff. So my brother, he did a lot for us. A lot of tough things in life, and it just led him down the wrong path, obviously. But, whether it's wrong or right, I still love him to death, right? So, But now I'm at the highest level representing him also.
Yeah.
Anytime I post something about myself, it kind of has him, you know, I'll tag him or put his initials or whatever. So it's nice.
That's cool. You're still carrying him with you every day.
Sure.
Yeah.
100%.
You have talked about your background, your family, but for you personally, what do you like to do outside of football when you have free time?
Free time. It's tough. When I'm, okay, when I go home, right, there's still some football that has to go on, right? You still got to watch some film, take care of your body. But if I'm not doing anything football-wise, I play some video games. I'm not the biggest gamer, but if me or my friends are on, I'll play some video games. I'm good at Madden. No, NCAA. You know, I'm nice at NCAA. Anybody want to see me, they can see me.
The guy on the other side of the camera would probably want to see you.
Yeah.
We'll have to arrange that.
Anybody can see me. No way. No. But other than that, I do like to it's a thing called kava. It's a Polynesian drink. It's a root mixed up and all that. So we all kind of drink it. It's like we call it mixing, right? So it's like you mix this. It's sort of like dirt water, right? It's a Polynesian thing. I like to do it on the weekends. Obviously not here. I don't have it out here. But in college, I was a big fan. And just anytime in the off season, and I get to the time to mix, I'm just mixing. Right. I do sing a little bit over there, but I don't ever sing in public. So.
Well, what kind of music?
Any old Polynesian music, all like island reggae music. Big
I hear you playing music in the locker room. It's that, I assume.
Yes, that reggae, all that. So big fan of reggae.
Are you getting the other guys on the team on board?
You know,
I feel like Trevor Penning is like one of those.
He's not. No, I actually don't know what kind of music he listens to.
No,
I would guess heavy metal. I'm guessing heavy metal. You just look at Trevor. I would assume heavy metal.
That's fair. So, what do you do pre-game? Like, do you have a ritual?
Yeah, no rituals or like routine. I just hot tub. First thing I get there, stretch. Go to the field with Jari Evans. Then I go back, stretch again, and then just kind of get ready. Put my music on.
Then it's game time.
Game time.
All right, we're gonna run through a few questions here to get to know you. You ready?
Ready.
Okay. What's your favorite holiday?
Christmas.
What's your favorite food?
Damn it. Rice. Anything with rice.
What color's your toothbrush?
Brown. Weird color.
That is a weird color.
Very weird.
I don't think I've ever
seen
seen
an electric one, so it's like it's kind of weird.
What's the first car you owned?
Oh, 2024 Escalade V. Big fan. My dad had an Escalade growing up, so I wanted to Escalade myself.
Was that when you were 16, like of age to drive?
No.
Did you have to wait a little while?
I had to wait until I got here.
Oh, so this is your first car. Here.
Oh, I lied. 2010 Ford F-150 college. Black platinum. Nice.
Yeah, it was my dad's
nice
Ford F-150 is
great
car.
Great truck.
Still drive it around every once in a while.
Okay.
Yeah. How many books have you read this year?
0. I do not read books. Not a big reader at all.
Okay. How old were you when you had the worst haircut, and what was the style?
It's probably last year. I had it last year. I was just letting it grow out, let the tail grow out. This was everywhere, all curled up. Don't look that picture up. It's bad. Say last year.
Okay, but this one you got going right now, you like?
Yeah, it's solid. You know what I'm saying? I got a tail going on. Yeah, and the taper, so it's nice.
What was your nickname when you were growing up?
Esther.
Okay.
Yep. Take the Tali part out. That's it. Yeah.
What does that mean, though? Isn't that like a Spanish word?
It could be a Spanish word, yeah. But it was just a nickname for me growing up. Yeah.
Okay. If you could trade lives with anyone for the day, who would it be?
Any lives for the day? That's a tough question. Let's go Spencer Rattler. I want to see what's going on outside. Yeah.
Really?
I want to see what his life's on outside of here.
Outside of here? Why is that intriguing?
I don't know. That's my dog, so I just want to see what he got going on outside of that.
What's your relationship with Spencer?
It's good. I mean, he's a dog. Spencer's been great. He's the guy who's taking over. I think he's kind of taking over on the offense right now. So I think he's playing great ball. He's playing his best ball. Spencer's a funny dude. But also can be, serious at some times, and he wants to win. I think I love that the most about him. He wants to win so bad.
Yeah.
So stuff like that is very contagious.
For sure.
Very good for us.
Well, thank you so much for sitting here and chatting with me for a little while. I know you guys
great.
are busy, but it was fun.
Very fun.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thank you all for tuning in to the New Orleans Saints podcast presented by Rouse's Markets. For Taliese Fuaga, I'm Erin Summers. See you next week.
Thank you, guys.